ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। शुक्लां ब्रह्मविचारसारपरमाम् आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणापुस्तकधारिणीमभयदां जाड्यान्तकारापहां हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकां च ददतीं पद्मासने संस्थितां वन्दे तां परमेश्वरीं भगवतीं बुद्धिप्रदां शारदा। हरि ओम. We'll see this beautiful stotram, Shri Kamalajadaitastakam. It is a stotram that was composed by A. Shankaracharya in the lineage of Sringeri Sharada Peetham. And it is upon Saraswati Mata in the form of Kamalajadaita. Kamalajaha means one who is born from the lotus. And that is referring to Brahmaji, who was born from the lotus that came from Bhagavan Vishnu's navel. And Daita means the one who is most dear. One who is most dear to Brahmaji is Saraswati Mata. So Kamalaja Daita is this form of Saraswati Mata who is Sharada Amba, that is installed in that Sringeri Sharada temple. And we see that Saraswati Mata, we know, is Vidya Devi. She is the Devi of knowledge. She is the one who grants knowledge. So this author is requesting from Saraswati Mata, please bless me with knowledge. Bless me with knowledge and all of the necessary things that are needed for me to grow in my spiritual evolution, for me to come to reach this knowledge and come to realize you. So this is a very beautiful stotram for us as sadhakas, specifically asking for paravidya and all of the necessary requirements that are needed. So we'll see this stotram. A note about Saraswati. Saraswati also, we see Saras means lake or reservoir of water. And out of that reservoir of water, that water, a lotus blooms. And that means that out of that lotus of Vedic wisdom, Saraswati sits. Saraswati is that knowledge, that Devi of knowledge. So she represents the wisdom of scriptures. So from her we come to seek this guidance, we come to seek this knowledge. So to that Saraswati, we pray that we may come to gain this knowledge, which will take us to Bhagavan. We'll see the first verse of this stotram and then the meaning today. Shringakshma Bhrannivase, Shringakshma Bhrannivase, Shukhamukha Munibihi, Shukhamukha Munibihi, Sevyamanangri Padme, Sevyamanangri Padme, Shringakshma Bhrannivase, Shukhamukha Munibhis Sevyamanangri Padme, Shringakshma Bhrannivase, Shukhamukha Munibhis Sevyamanangri Padme, Swangachaya, Swangachaya, Vidhuta Amritakara, विधूतामृतकर सुरराड्वाहने वाक्सवित्री सुरराड्वाहने वाक्सवित्री स्वाङ्गच्छाया विधूतामृतकर सुरराड्वाहने वाक्सवित्री स्वाङ्गच्छाया विधूतामृतकर सुरराड्वाहने वाक्सवित्री शम्भो श्रीनाथ मुख्या शम्भो श्रीनाथ मुख्या अमरवरनिकरैर्मोदतः पूज्यमाने मोदतः पूज्यमाने शम्भो श्रीनाथ मुख्यामरवरनिकरैर्मोदतः पूज्यमाने विद्यां शुद्धां च बुद्धिं विद्यां शुद्धां च बुद्धिं कमलजदयिते कमलजदयिते सत्वरं देहि मह्यं सत्वरं देहि मह्यं विद्यां शुद्धां च बुद्धिं कमलजदयिते सत्वरं देहि मह्यं विद्यां शुद्धां च बुद्धिं कमलजदयिते सत्वरं देहि मह्यम् शृङ्गक्ष्माभृन्निवासे सुखमुखमुनिभिः सेव्यमानाङ्घ्रिपद्मे स्वाङ्गच्छाया विधूतामृतकरसुरराड्वाहने वाक्सवित्री शम्भो श्रीनाथ मुख्यामरवरनिकरैर्मोदतः पूज्यमाने विद्यां शुद्धां च बुद्धिं कमलजदयिते सत्वरं देहि मह्यम् शृङ्गक्ष्माभृन्निवासे सुखमुखमुनिभिः सेव्यमानाङ्घ्रिपद्मे स्वाङ्गच्छाया विधूतामृतकरसुरराड्वाहने वाक्सवित्री शम्भो श्रीनाथ मुख्यामरवरनिकरैर्मोदतः पूज्यमाने विद्यां शुद्धां च बुद्धिं कमलजदयिते सत्वरं देहि मह्यम्. We'll see the meaning of this first verse. We had already seen Kamalaja Daita. Kamalaja Daita is that form of Saraswati Mata who is the dearest one to Brahmaji, the one who is born from the lotus. The last line that is repeated in every verse is the main request of the author here. He is asking for that Paravidya, not for any other knowledge, not to know anything else, but only that Paravidya that will lead me to the Lord. Only that Atma Vidya that is worth seeking, I want to know, I seek that alone. This Paravidya is the knowledge that leads to liberation. There's other requirements that one needs. One must practice sadhana, one must have chitta shuddhi in order to attain liberation. But it is the knowledge alone that removes the ignorance, this ignorance of false notions that causes us to identify with the body, mind, and intellect. It is only this knowledge that will come to remove this ignorance. In Atma Bodha, there is an analogy that is given. While all of these other materials are necessary, that one needs vegetables in order to cook, one will cut the vegetables, one will put them in the pot, put the pot on the stove, one has to put water in the pot or oil in the pot. All of these other materials are necessary. What is the most essential ingredient to actually cook Only when that flame is started and the vegetables start cooking, only then is cooking actually happening. All of these other steps are not actually part of the cooking. So cooking only happens when that flame is there because of that fire. Pakasya vahniva jnanam vina moksho na siddhiti. In the same way, without knowledge, that moksha does not happen, that liberation does not happen. By knowledge itself, that ignorance is removed, one attains the state of liberation. So knowledge is the direct means to liberation. So he seeks this paravidya. And this paravidya is the most purifying. Bhagavan Krishna says, Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitramiha vidyate. There is nothing more purifying than this knowledge. That this, by gaining this knowledge itself, one comes to realize that reality, one comes to reach that highest goal. Now, in order to gain this knowledge, one must have a pure mind. One must have necessary purity of mind. So he next asks for this, that Shuddham cha buddhim. May I have a pure mind in order to seek this knowledge, in order to approach Guru to gain this knowledge. First, we must have Chitta Shuddhi to even have the desire for knowledge. Because the mind is pure, one seeks something higher than the external pleasures of the world or the external pleasures of the senses. One comes to seek that spiritual knowledge that is higher. So because of the Chitta Shuddhi, one has even the desire for knowledge. If by chance that desire for knowledge is there and one comes to approach the Guru, if one does not have the necessary Chitta Shuddhi, then one will not come to properly absorb and retain the knowledge that is heard in Shravanam. Now, if by chance one even comes to absorb that knowledge, then one will not be able to practice this knowledge, properly abide in this knowledge if the mind is not pure. So purity of mind is needed for the desire for knowledge, is needed for absorbing and retaining the knowledge, it's needed for practicing the knowledge, abiding in the knowledge. If we can imagine, our mind is like a vessel that is taken to Guru. And Guru wants to serve, Guru is offering this tasty dish there. But if the bowl that we are bringing to Guru is very dirty, has mud covered all on the outside of it, then we will not be able to have the same quality of the dish that he is offering to us. That nectarian knowledge that we are seeking from Guru must be served in a pure mind in order to have that quality. So only with a pure mind, that vessel that we take must be purified, it must be cleaned in order to approach Guru, to seek this knowledge, and in order to absorb the knowledge in its quality, with its beauty. Then he says, Sattvaram dehi mahyam. This expresses the earnestness, the longing of this sadhaka, that he says without any delay. Not that I want this knowledge later or in another lifetime. I want it now. Sattvaram dehi mahyam. Please bless me to have this knowledge now without any delay. So it expresses the longing for knowledge, the longing for reaching this goal that he has. That is the way that our desire for knowledge must be as well. That may I receive this knowledge, please bless me that I may have this knowledge now. Sattvaram dehi mahyam. This we see is the verse, the line that repeats in every verse, at the end of every verse. Now we'll see the beginning of the verse. Shringakshma Brunnivase. O Devi, O Sharada Devi that resides in Shringagiri. That Sharada Devi who lives in the Shringeri Sharada Peetham, that temple there. Shukha Mukha Muni Bihi Sevyamanangri Padme. Her lotus feet, Sevyamanangri Padme, are worshipped through seva by great munis such as Shukha. So her lotus feet are worshipped by them, and How is she? She has a very fair complexion. Swangachaya. Her splendorness is described as a complexion of white, fair, bright white. Vidhuta amritakara. And it overpowers even the whiteness, that brightness of the moon. Amritakara means moon. Not just the moon, Surarad Vahane, also the Vahana of Indra Bhagavan. The Vahana of Indra Bhagavan being Airavata, that white elephant. Even brighter than Airavata is the complexion of her face. Now, white, we see Saraswati Mata, everything about her is white. Her complexion is white, her vastra is white, her lotus that she sits on is white. Everything is white. This white indicates purity, it indicates divinity. White is without any taints, it's without any stains. So it has indicated by an absence of dirt. So this white also represents sattva guna. Sattva guna, that is the quality of knowledge. So Saraswati Mata being Vidya Devi is colored in that color of white. She has represented by that color of white. And Saraswati Devi is Vak Savitri. She is the generator of speech. She is the producer of speech, and she presides over all speech. So she is that power behind why which we are able to speak and the power behind how our communication happens. So we worship her for the blessings in our speech and communication, such that that which we say is aligned with our thoughts. So we ask for her blessings that we may have the right knowledge and the right capacity to be able to speak well, to be able to communicate well, because this is necessary in all aspects of our life that we can communicate well. So for that reason, we worship her, both as Vidya Devi and as Vak Devi. And who is she worshipped by? Shambhu Srinatha Mukhya. She is worshipped by all of the devatas that are led by Shambhu and Srinath. Shambhu being Bhagwan Shiva and Srinath being Bhagwan Vishnu. Now, for both of their capacities, for Bhagwan Vishnu being the one who sustains the universe, maintains the universe, that knowledge is needed in order to maintain and keep everything functioning in the universe. And for Bhagwan Shiva, who is responsible for dissolution of the universe, that knowledge is also necessary. So for both of them, they pray, they worship to Saraswati Devi for blessings, for knowledge in their capacities. Now, Brahmaji is not listed here because Saraswati Mata is already the consort of Brahmaji. She already provides that knowledge and the speech for that is needed for creation that Brahmaji is responsible for. So this we see both of them come to worship her. Maravara nikare modatav pujyamane. And how do they worship her? With joy, with modataha. Joyfully they offer puja to her, they worship her. This we see in the first verse. We'll chant this verse together again. शृङ्गक्ष्माभृन्निवासे शुकमुखमुनिभिः सेव्यमानाङ्घ्रिपद्मे स्वाङ्गच्छाया विधूतामृतकरसुरराड्वाहने वाक्सवित्री शम्भो श्रीनाथमुख्यामरवरनिकरैर्मोदतः पूज्यमाने विद्यां शुद्धां च बुद्धिं कमलजदयिते सत्वरं देहि मह्यम् विद्यां शुद्धां च बुद्धिं कमलजदयिते सत्वरं देहि मह्यम् ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ